Hello, how are you guys doing today? Good, I hope. I hope everything's going well with you and your life and your personal, you know, endeavors and everything. So I hope, yeah, and you guys are staying cool because it's been getting pretty hot. So, anyways, before I get into things, I'd like to talk about Under God Volume 1. You can get it at angelsoftherenaissance.com, physical and downloadable digital copies. Or, yeah. So the physical copies, when these all run out, the title of this will be different. So, in the meantime, you can purchase Volume 1 physical copies and digital. And you have over 250 pages. You have 250 pages all here. So, yes. And yes, angelsoftherenaissance.com. Under God Volume 1. Go check it out. And 18 and up. So I would like to talk about Under God Volume 2. So currently it's I'll have it available here July 26th for downloadable for now. So I hope you guys can, deal with it. It's just going to be for a short time. I mean, it'll always be there for downloadable, but getting the funds together to get the physical copies available for Volume 2 and also for Volume 3. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on with that. So, in the meantime, I will be working on some art, some paintings and stuff. Uh, what I'm going to be working on, like what I'll have up on my store to help the funds. And these are going to be original pieces too. And I'm going to, document each one of these drawings as well and possibly compile them into a book. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm going to be working on as I talk about some topics. So, first off, I always wonder or not so much wonder, I live it. I've, been through it. Does it take 3 years to make a book or, longer? And no, not no, it really doesn't. It depends on, well, I guess it depends on who you're working with and who's your say who you're working with. Depends on your approach. I guess if you're a writer and you're looking for artists, then maybe that could be a problem. Funding, getting the funds together to pay for the artists. The art's not free, of course not. And you should, and you can get someone that can work with you. That's another thing, is getting someone to work with you, and that won't flake out on the job. And it's all those things. Um, and yeah, and that can be income, like getting the income to pay for the artist. It's like people have to pay bills and all this stuff, and you're and someone's, if someone's a writer, they're trying to get the, funds to pay for that individual, and sometimes that can take some time. um but if you're a writer and the artist, uh it should, but if you're working a job too, as a writer and an artist, you should kind of balance that time out. But it shouldn't take you that long, especially if your book isn't you know especially if your book's only like 70 pages or something like that, or 50. So it's It's like, what are you doing with your time? Like, are you thinking? Because the thing is, like, are you writing as you go? I kind of like to write everything out first and then go at it. And then there may be some changes along the way. Like, well, as you're drawing it and stuff. So, I mean, those kind of factors kind of take place. So, yeah, as an artist and a writer, and if you're working too, so let's say you're working like 8 to 10 hour days or something like that. So maybe you can get a couple pages done, at minimal. And it depends on what else you do with your time. So, I mean, also, like, what are you, it's like, and also sacrifice too. Like, there's times I just want to game out, like, I'm like, man, shit, I want to play a game. But at the same time, I look at the work and say, I don't have time to play a game right now. But if you do, don't get too comfortable playing it too long, and then the day's over, and it's just like, well, you could have got another page done. It's like staying committed. And it's just like, I mean, we're human. It's not like you're like a big industry or whatever, and you're trying to, but it's just like some advice, like, I've seen some people campaigns where it's just like, man, you're going to be waiting this long to get a book, or you don't know if the book's done, or you don't know if you're even going to get it, So it's like a high risk. And in my case, right now I'm trying to build trust with my customers, my buyers, like, I'm human, yeah. And, I'll try to keep you updated as like close as possible. Because, I mean, I deal with my personal life as well. But at the same time, even when you don't hear from me online, I'm working on the book. And when I'm not online, of course, like I said, I'm working on the book, and I'm just knocking it out. Like, because I really want this book to get these series to get finished. And it's like, this is the story I want to tell, and complete it completely, but like get it done all the way, and stay committed and stay consistent. So, like, by end of next year, I want to be at volume 8, volume 8 or 9. So, yeah, because that's the thing, like, with this company, Angels of the Renaissance, like, people call me that, but like, just call me Ralph, because that's just the company's name, the name of the business, that I'm running. And yeah, just call me Ralph. I don't. So yeah, like, these little drawings here, I enjoy, like, doing like wildlife and stuff that's going to be in the world in my books and stuff. And I always like those, like, bestiaries and stuff they always have in video games. Like, they always explain, like, what's this monster, what is this, and they always have like a little description and a little drawing of them, like a specimen. But yeah, that's the thing. I want to just keep dishing books out. And also, I'm thinking about doing my little one shot, like, compile for my new manga series, but there'll be like downloadable, like, 40 pages every like month, and they'll go for like a few dollars. And then in the end, like, compile them into a big book, like a 400-page book. So yeah. So I mean, but that's the thing, that's the thing. Like with some of these campaigns, I've watched some of them, and they do run for a long time, and I think I seen one where the guy got like $32,000 or something like that, and he didn't. I mean, he got his money, but he didn't. I don't know. I guess the customers, they didn't get their books and stuff. I couldn't do that. That's just like dirty. That's why I'm like, well, like, is that's why I'm like not sure if like if I did a Kickstarter, I mean, would it go through? Like, I'm kind of worried about would it make it. Like guys like that, get a green pass. They get a pass to, of course they get popular and known. And I'm trying to work my way up, but at the same time, like I want to commit and build your trust and say, hey, but also stay on top of getting the work done. I promise, and I plan on getting all 35 of these volumes complete. So, but yeah, that's just not right to do that. I mean, am I wrong to say it's not right? Yeah, I don't want you guys like waiting like years for my books. You for the most part you probably wait a few months, but in between that, I have an idea like uh, to start doing my little one shots in between the time that Under God's being made, because Under God's like a flagship book, and this other book's gonna be one too. But this other one I can divvy it up into like chapters as downloadable for now, and um, but yeah, no, I don't want you guys like waiting that long. That's just not right, and you will get books, and I show you the process, and I show you guys that hey, it's being worked on. I'm doing it. Here's some progress. When you don't hear from me, like I always, and I keep repeating myself, if you don't hear from me, I'm working on your book. I'm working on the new books because I can get more work done when I'm offline and just like shut off from the world. So that's just how I work. It's like man, like this book's getting really good, and I gotta wait 5 years to find out what's gonna happen. Like, no, you're gonna find out this year. You're gonna find out. So even like with the characters, the build up, all that stuff. That like my books are like slow burn. Like this is like Under God is like that book that I've always wanted to write or make. It's always been there. It's just like I just wasn't ready to make it yet. Now it's like feels like it's time. So yeah, and like sometimes you'll deal with burnout. Like you don't have to. Oh, let me work at Ralph's pace. Like you don't have to work like me or like that. Everyone has their own tempo and how they move and how they work. But the thing is, like, like when you're dealing with the burnouts, take breaks, cook something, take a walk, stretch your legs, um, watch a movie, play a video game. It's okay, but don't get too comfortable. The thing is, if you're going to spend an hour or two getting comfortable you can spend an hour or two putting in the time. So weigh that time, weigh it all out. It's like, well, I did 10 hours of bullshit, and I did 10 hours of work. Okay, that's a good balance. But no, say I did 23 hours of bullshit and 2 hours of work. So maybe that's just not very like good, but I don't know. But it's like it's kind of like that. The real reward is when the work is completely done. Like I feel guilty like playing a game, and I wouldn't, like I wouldn't be like if someone was like around me and they're like, I kind of want to. I wouldn't be that dick and be like, oh man, you should just no. That's just. But when it becomes too much, then it's like, all right, like you're getting too comfortable. But yeah, learn to get out, move around, um, um, walk with nature, um, you know, yeah. I guess like walk with nature. I guess that's the same as like, man, just touch grass. It's more like take the time and yeah, take the time for yourself. Give yourself some time and quit stressing out. Sometimes you gotta let loose, but don't go let loose and hurt other people and stuff. That's stupid. Just just learn to have time for yourself. Like, I just don't feel like working on the book today. But don't get too comfortable with that because, you can have your time. But like I said, the real reward is when you finish it completely. Then it doesn't feel like you're kicking yourself in the ass and saying, oh man, I should have, like, I just, because it takes away from you. You gotta have fun with your work and enjoy the things around you. Well, I mean, I guess not everything is enjoyable that's around you, but like try to find the things around you. Like going out in nature, like I say, go find a pile of leaves and draw it. Why would I want to draw a pile of leaves? Well, because you can learn a lot. Draw the things that challenge you and gets you out of your comfort zone. Comfort is easy because everyone can do it. And then it may be good at the time, but then you look back, you're like, oh shit, like, what did I get done? Like, like volume 3, I'm going to start laying the pencils and inks here on the 28th. Getting everything set up for getting things together for volume 2, like in order, making sure all the things are good, everything's good. Yeah. You gotta have fun with your work. You ain't got to, but it's just if you're gonna be there, have fun, enjoy it. A little crab. Oh, I would say he's little. He's pretty big. Little hints of highlights of orange. Some happy colors here and there. Some textures. I'm using gouache paints. Bring out his highlights here in a minute. But yeah, but another thing is it's another thing I like to touch on is getting books done on time. You know, I know I'll be like, oh shit, I was supposed to have volume 2 done here. I am not gonna. I had some serious stuff, you know, with my family things going on. And that was a setback because I missed days of like work on the manga and times I needed to work on it and get it done. So the time that I said I was going to get it done, and I did, and I was like, man, I got to push this back further. So being in and out of the hospital a lot and going back and forth to the nursing home at the time, you know, taking care of my dad. So like it became a little bit, you know, yeah, a bit of a task or, you know, a bit of an obstacle, but you know, it's an obstacle I'm willing to go through, handle. Um, but yeah, it shouldn't take that long to make a book. And I feel my voice just cracked. And I feel that, and I do, like I said, like I feel that you should, you know, meet with the customers, like with their, you know, with the time, and not take years, not even take a year. Don't even. It's like don't do that. Like you got the money, you know, get it done. Like don't you want to produce books? Like that's the thing. I'm like, man, don't you? You're living a job where it's just like, isn't it cool that you're like in a position where you can just produce work and people want your work and you're just not giving it to them. You're like making them wait. I'm like, man, give me that position. I will have work produced all the time. I have fun with this. I enjoy the world that, you know, I created. Uh, and what do they call that word? It's like an endless well, this world that I draw from. And it's cool. So it's like yeah, man. To be in that position as an artist and to be well known and be loved and to have the time to do it, man, I would have work all the time. So I don't know what the delay is. Um, it blows my mind, you know, like so like when you go to my website starting June 1st, there's gonna always be, there's gonna be new paintings, like new index cards drawings. Like these are index cards that I'm drawing on, by the way, because I love drawing on them. But these will be available. These will be available. These are kind of the large index cards, by the way, uh, on my website at angelsoftherenaissance.com starting July 1st. So you can get this very drawing and some other ones that you'll see on there. And like I said, they're original. They'll be signed and everything, and it's like a once in a lifetime thing. I'm documenting each one of them so I can compile them into a book. So yeah. I love working on this stuff, you know, like working on the books, working on new stories and the ideas and the direction where Under God's going. It's going to be quite a ride, and it's the way I work is ride or die, man. Get it done. Guarantee I will not have you wait a year or 5 years for volume 3. So if I have to keep building your trust and keep making this like work, show you guys like, hey, you know, this company, this you know, I'm by myself right now, but it's like this work's getting done, you know, by this company. The work's being produced, and there's no slowdown here. I mean, well, maybe I had a little bit of slowdown there, but I'm not going to stop making books. It's just not my style to just be like, I just quit, man. I just want to quit making these books, man. Like, no, this story has to be told. And little by little, time through time, you know, the fan base will grow and people will understand. But for the time being, I see as just finish everything and just let the work speak for itself, and just show it, man. You know, it's all to it. It's nothing that complicated. That's how I feel about it. You know, just yeah, we're gonna get that water. Because now I gotta freaking dip my paintbrush. And I think I might have spilled it. I have just a little bit here. So yeah, I hope you guys can understand. With Under God Volume 2, they said it's going to be a downloadable on the Shopify on July 26th. For now, until I get the rest of the funds to pay for Volume 2. Right now, I'm currently looking for work. You know, I have enough to, you know, sustain myself for now, but for these books I need to get some extra funds. So what if I can do it by selling my art for the time being while I'm waiting and looking? It's like, man, if I can do, I would like to try working to do art full time, you know. It's like one of the goals. So I'll let this guy dry for a bit. But I have to go get some. Matter of fact, give me a second. Well, I guess maybe next time. I'm gonna have to go do a few things, but other than that, yes, I'll have original pieces available. I'm gonna work on this off screen, but original art, you know, it'll be there. I gotta paint that up. All that will be there. So, oh, and I guess I can show this the cover to Volume 2. Yeah, just painted that up. I think October and their sevens. So yeah, this is the cover to Volume 2, Under God. To Under God. It's going to be running 281 pages. Like 30 more pages in the first one. And I believe Volume 3 is going to be running 300 pages because Volume 3 is going to be pretty deep. But yeah, so yeah, this is Volume 2's cover art. So yeah. So in the meantime, if you guys are interested, come check out Under God Volume 1. It's available at angelsoftherenaissance.com, and you can get the physical and the digital copy for $10. But with the physical, of course, there's shipping and handling. So in the meantime, you guys take it easy, take care, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you.